Different than when we spoke yesterday, and how quickly things can change. And so I think the league did the right thing in terms of keeping the priority, being able to go to Arizona. I think it's a real credit to a lot of people in our organization to be able to seamlessly adjust. We're going to leave here this afternoon. Cardinals have been great in terms of offering the opportunity to be able to utilize their facilities. We'll stay at a hotel nearby, and we'll try to keep what's a unique situation as normal as possible. Players and staff will have the options to be able to bring their families with them as well. And so, what a unique circumstance, what a unique situation. But I do believe that this group has handled it as well as you could. And fortunately, nobody's been injured in the process of everything that's gone on. Yeah, I think so, Maria. And that was the goal. The intent was, how do we make sure that we take care of priority number one, which is people's health and safety, and then also offer them the opportunity to be able to kind of just put that aside, know that people are with them, that they love and care about, and then be able to focus the best we can to be ready to go on Monday night. And so I thought the guys handled today incredibly well, very mature, was very impressed, and so that was a positive.
So you're not surprised at all at how mature your team is in handling this?
That's right, Jim. I'm not. I can't say that there's been some similar situations like in 2018. What was different about that was we were in Colorado Springs anticipating a game in Mexico City, and so the only, number one, the priority is with people's health and safety, and what a tremendous credit to so many heroes being able to, get some of this stuff under control and contained. And so being able to allow them to do that and then be able to go to Arizona with just the necessary things to provide everything that's needed to be able to put on an NFL game. And so that's what we're going to do, and we'll handle it the best we can. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, here's what it's like. As soon as I knew that my wife and little boy were good, you don't ever want that to happen, but if it did, those things can be replaced. And so, fortunately, they got those things under control, but as soon as they got off the practice field and because of where they were, I saw them right away. That was all I needed, but it felt a lot more real. I don't want to say that because you don't want to minimize how important and how many people were affected, but when you can start to see it physically as the smoke rose up yesterday, there was a lot of guys that live in proximity that that hits home in a different way. But as soon as I knew Veronica and Jordan were good, I was good as well.
Couple more, guys.
Knowing how close to home that you guys are going to be this week, how did you handle the rest of that?
Well, I think, Stu, the big thing is it's ongoing yesterday. Guys are taking care of priority number one. We were making sure that you help people. I think Sophie Arlen deserves a ton of credit to be able to help people kind of redirect, go to different locations hotel-wise that were available based on the amount of people that are trying to get out of their house. And so that was priority number one. We were keeping abreast of that situation, and then guys came in, and fortunately, everybody's in good shape, and I think everybody's in good spirits, all things considered. I always speak to them honestly, Sarah, and so I think you acknowledge those things first and foremost. Maybe a little self-deprecation on the truth of how you're really feeling, which I don't necessarily need to share here, but you acknowledge it. You tell them what we want to be able to do as it relates to how to handle ourselves accordingly, to put ourselves in a position to go compete the way that we're capable of.
Coach, last one, guys.
Did your family have to evacuate?
Yes.
And then what was that like for you? And then secondly, what is it like kind of having to galvanize your team? Two different mindsets, one in competition and then one just checking and make sure they're okay.
Yeah, I think you acknowledge the personal stuff first and foremost, make sure guys are good. And then once you're able to address and be aware of that, all right, now let's focus on what we can control in terms of being totally, completely present, having the right sense of urgency and enjoyment with our preparation. And like I was saying to Jordan earlier, Timmy, the biggest thing was as soon as I knew my wife and son were good, you certainly never want that to happen, and you empathize with the amount of people that have been affected. But you do realize that the people are the most important thing, and all the other stuff is replaceable if worst case scenario came to fruition. Not to fruition, but if it came to life.